Hi, I'm Kate Solisti. Welcome back to A Kinship with Animals, my YouTube channel where I share messages from the wild ones, as well as health tips and stories from my years, many years, almost 28 years, as a professional animal communicator. The messages that I share from the wild ones are designed by them to help us reconnect with our family, the plant family, the animal family, the mineral family, and all the beings of the air, the sea, and the earth, in order that together we may find solutions to the problems that humans, in our separation from all, have created. So I hope you will listen to those messages, enjoy them, take them to heart, and put them to action in your life. Today I wanted to share a little bit about my books, because I have written I have 7 books translated into 9 languages, 7 published books. And these books were really, the first 3 that I'm going to share with you are all about our companion animals. And in my first book, Conversations with Dog, this is what it looks like. This is the second printing with this beautiful Irish setter on the cover. Conversations with Dog is a dogalogue of canine wisdom, written in the format of questions and answers from what I refer to as the Council of Canines. And this is the higher group mind, if you will, of our beautiful, beloved canines. And what I wanted to share with you about this process was that I asked clients, dog lovers, to ask me questions that I would then pose to the dog council, to the canine council, for answers. So from things as mundane as why do you eat socks sometimes and bury bones, to where do you go when you die and will I ever see you again? And when I sat at my computer and posed these questions and opened my heart to my intuition, the answers flowed. Many of them were, long answers. Most of them were very rich and full. And I was just able to let these answers flow through me. And this book literally wrote itself. It was an amazing process, just magical. So then I wanted to write also Conversations with Cat and Conversations with Horse. Because these 3 beings, I have been told, have a very special and unique relationship with humankind. For they have chosen to help us find our way back home. Home to source, home to love, and to our reconnection with all animal life, plant life, and all life on Mother Earth, so that again we may be whole. So the canines, as I said, just flowed with much information, filling up this book with love and joy and profound unconditional love. So then I decided, of course, that I needed to honor the felines. And I wrote next Conversations with Cat. And it was a different process, which was extraordinary. Same idea, same format, where I invited clients to send in questions for the Council of Felines, or the higher feline mind. And it was quite amazing, because cats had told me some very profound things in the past, like, we weren't worshipped in Egypt because we were pretty and good mousers. We were worshipped in Egypt because we have the ability to augment the healer's healing capabilities, as well as take the illness, the pain, the suffering of the human patient, take it, massage it, and release it. Which is a very profound thing. And those of you with cats are so aware of the fact that when you're sick, they will sleep near you, on you, they will purr, and all of this is part of their healing. And again, those of you with cats are fully aware of this. This does not come as a surprise. But when I wrote this book, I set up the same parameters where I would sit at my computer and ask a question and wait for an answer. But what was fascinating with the felines, that was different from the canines, was I would pose this question and wait, and I would get yes, or I would get no. Very unlike the canines, who had these very involved responses. And I could feel through my abilities, my intuition, that there was more to that The cats just kind of wanted us to figure out, or they assumed that we'd figure it out. But because I was writing the book, I needed them to give me more information. So then I really had to work with them to flesh out these responses. But it was fun and it was joyful. And so again, we have this dialogue between the felines and the humans that love them. And again, everything from mundane questions like why are some of you aloof, to very profound questions about their ability to heal. And so that was my second book. And my third, of course, was Conversations with Horse. And the Horse Council was really interesting as well, because they really were kind of a combination energetically. Some answers were very rich and full, just like the canine answers, that I really didn't have to ask anything more to fill in maybe some of the blank spaces that like I had to do with the felines. But some of them were short. And when those answers were short, they were very specifically meant to be short, to help us get the point. A couple things I wanted to share with you about the three beings: horses, dogs, and cats. As you know, canines are all about unconditional love. Their devotion to us, their incredible joy at anything, doing anything with us. They also communicated to me that they have allowed us to breed them from tiny teacup poodles to Great Danes and Malamutes so that they could be with us in every walk of life. And it wasn't about doing, although that obviously they were helpers. It was about being in our lives, to imbue every moment with unconditional love. And those of us who've ever been loved by a dog knows that that love is special beyond measure. So unconditional love expressed in that devotion. Felines carried the quality of detached love. Now that's an interesting one. People think of them as aloof and not as interested in us as canines. It isn't true. They just have a different way of expressing their love. And it's also how they have become such fantastic healers, because of that detachment and that ability to really connect quickly with Source for the highest good of all. So their quality of love is detached love. And lastly, the beautiful horses, the equines. They carry the quality of idealism. And in this case, it is defined as persistent hopefulness. Love as persistent hopefulness. What are they hopeful for? They are hopeful that we humans remember this deep, deep connection that happens when we open our hearts to them. Because when we enter into relationship with a horse out of dominance and control, we miss it completely. We don't grow, we don't change, and in fact, we're more likely to be hurt or injured, as is the horse, because we're blocking this incredible heart-to-heart connection that the horse, when they surrender to us in love and trust, and we in turn surrender back to them in love and trust, there is a magical thing that happens that is so unique to riding a horse or even working on the ground with a horse when you have that connection. So these three beautiful beings expressing love in order to help us find our way back home. Remember that we are loved no matter what has happened with us in our human relationships. The animals love us for who we are. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. It was a great labor of love for me to receive these books and to share them with the world. And as I say, they've been published in many languages. So I hope you will consider looking at them. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, Kinship with Animals, and visit me at my website, katesolisti.com. And if you're interested in being part of my membership community, where we are learning how to connect more deeply with all the animals and the natural world, please visit myharmonypack.com. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.